What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day so far. So today's video is another cook with me Q&A. This one is just me. Jordan is upstairs with Arlo in a meeting slash nap time. So he may end up making an appearance and then we could answer a couple questions together. Christian is down for a nap right now as well, so he may make an appearance, but for now, it is just me. I asked you guys on Instagram what questions you wanted or what questions you had for me, so I'll be answering those in today's video. And as you know, I like to do, we will be cooking a meal as part of today's video as well too. So while I cook, I'll just answer some of your questions, catch you up on life, give you some life updates, chat with you about what you're curious about, and all of that good stuff. So before we jump into the Q&A, gotta give a shout out to our sponsor, HelloFresh. As you guys can see, I am eager to make this meal. I'm starving. You guys have heard me talk about HelloFresh before, but if you haven't heard of them, what they are is a subscription service meal delivery kit. So HelloFresh is great because it delivers you packages full of everything you need to make a great home-cooked meal all in one place like this. They give you individual serving sizes for everything you need, all of the ingredients, so it's much less wasteful because you're not wasting food, you're not stocking up on ingredients that you won't use, you have just the perfect amount specifically for that meal you're going to make. You just go on their website, fill out a little questionnaire, you can get whatever kind of meal you'd like, you can get different sizes to accommodate your different family sizes. So we get meals that are for a family of 4 because Lord knows Christian is eating just as much as we are these days. And I also get the vegetarian packs, which I love because I can get the meals that I love, learn to cook a little bit, be flexible with my cooking at home, but they're all vegetarian, meat-free. And then because I'm making the meals at home, I can also customize them. I can take out cheese if I need to. I can try different sauces or, you know, make it really specific to my specific diet because I've talked about a little bit about how I'm sort of on a restricted diet right now due to breastfeeding. Another thing I love about HelloFresh, aside from not wasting food, is that they also don't waste packaging. So you're able to recycle almost the entire package, that the box that your food comes in. You can recycle the box, you can recycle the freezer packets, like the ice packets, as well as the bag that all the food comes in, like this too. I love to use this as almost like a little, either a recycling bin or a trash bin as I'm cooking, so it makes for really easy cleanup too. I also feel like HelloFresh is just the perfect system, the perfect meal delivery kit for current times. You know, I don't love to go to the grocery store all of the time. I don't like to, you know, I try and do like pickup orders or delivery. We do a lot of things like that. And so I love that HelloFresh will give me home cooked meals, but delivery, and I still get the experience of cooking, but I don't have to have the hassle of going shopping for all of the ingredients. So I will have a link in the description box where you can check out HelloFresh for yourself. Use my code OliviaZ80 to get $80 off your first purchase, your first box, including free shipping too. All of that info will be down below. Thank you again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. And now we are going to be making this really yummy chickpea powered Mediterranean couscous. I love their chickpea recipes. Last time I did a Q&A with Jordan, we made the chickpea like falafel style wraps, and this looks really good. It has 10-minute prep time and 30 minutes total for cooking, which is right up my alley because I need something fast but healthy, vegetarian, all that good stuff. So let's jump in. Oh yeah. And then HelloFresh also will give you these little cards with step-by-step instructions as well too, so it gives you a visual for the recipe as you're cooking it. I actually have started saving these too to make like a little cookbook at home. So I'm just gonna get like a cute little binder and put all my little HelloFresh recipes in one spot. That way I can continue to make these after as well. All right, so I have all of these questions here. You guys always submit so many good questions whenever I ask you on Instagram. I'm actually super excited for these ones too because there's some different ones and just like things I'm excited to talk about. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna start with the heavy hitters. I got asked several times about if we are planning for a third baby, when we will try for a third baby. And if you didn't know, my latest baby, I only have 2, but my youngest is 4 months old. So we are still pretty new into having 2 kids, but we definitely, as of right now at least, we want a third. Our plan is to have a third. I told Jordan though, it was interesting, when we had Arlo, I was like all about the third. Like I still kept talking about a third baby. I was like ready to start, not trying, but like I was like, okay, in a couple years we'll do it, and I'm like in the headspace. And now that he's getting bigger and now that we have 2 crazy little boys, my mind is just like so far away from that. I'm like so happy and content with our 2 kids. You know, if we only end up with 2 kids, I think I'd be happy with that, but we are planning for a 3rd. I think we're still in that phase of like, we need to forget a little bit, you know? Like, I feel like when you have a baby, you kind of have to like, your body has to go into amnesia of like how hard pregnancy can be at the end, how hard delivery can be, how hard postpartum is, and the newborn phase, and you kind of forget that stuff over time, and so we still have to forget it. But our plan right now is to have a 3rd, and we're planning to space them out probably about the same. The 2-year age gap, I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard. I don't know if there's necessarily a better age gap though. I mean, everyone I talk to, it's like there's pros and cons no matter what. We feel like bringing Arlo home when Christian was just exactly 2 years old, it felt a lot easier at the time because he wasn't quite into like the jealousy stage yet. He just was excited. And now it's tougher because now he's like in the terrible 2s. So now it's like, I don't know if I'd want to bring home a newborn when he's 2 years and a few months. But, you know, maybe that would make it easier. I don't know. We're just going to take it one day at a time and, you know, see where our family is and our situation is when the time comes. But our plan right now is to have a 3rd and to probably have them about 2 years apart as well. I also got asked a lot, and I'm going right into the heavy hitters. Like I said, I got asked a lot and always get asked if we want a girl. Like, people always say, are you gonna have a 3rd and do you want a girl? And some people even ask, are you planning on trying for a girl? And I've been open about how this question makes me feel, but I'll share it again just for the sake of the Q&A. So to put it bluntly, yes, I would love a daughter. Like, I have been open with Jordan about the fact that like I would love a daughter. You know, I did experience some like gender disappointment when I first got pregnant with Christian because I felt like so shocked that it was a boy for whatever reason. And now I can't imagine life any differently. I truly love being a boy mom. But I would love a daughter. I would love that mother-daughter relationship. I would love, you know, of course, all the like cutesy things that you see on Instagram, and just, I always pictured myself having a daughter, but now that I have 2 kids and they're both boys, I don't, you know, and yes, we want a 3rd, but I know I very well could have a 3rd boy, and I need to be excited and just as supportive and excited of that baby as I, you know, as I would be a girl, because we do conceive on our own, and I don't know, I just want a baby. I just want a baby at all. Of course I would love a girl, but we don't, Jordan and I both are at a place where we don't want to get pregnant for a specific gender. I don't want to get pregnant with a 3rd kid just to try and have a girl. I want to get pregnant with a 3rd baby because I want a 3rd baby, whether that's a boy or a girl or a mix or, you know, something like that. Like, just, I want a baby, not necessarily a specific gender. And I don't think I'll ever be that person, you know, if my 3rd one is a boy, I don't think I'll be that person to try and go for 4 just for the sake of having a girl. We have pretty much settled on 3 kids, and if we end up with 3 boys, I'm more than happy with that. And like, I don't know, it's just such an interesting thing with the gender thing. I think people tend to write off babies unless you end up with one of each, you know? Like I just had a baby 4 months ago, and already people are like wanting me to go for a girl because I have 2 boys. And to me, like, my boys are the best thing, and they're the most perfect kids I could ask for. So I don't know, I don't feel this sense of like I need to keep searching for something. I think if anything, we feel a sense of like we want to continue to expand our family, and that's different. I've shared that in videos before, and shared just, and you know, that's something I've heard as a boy mom, but I've also heard it for girl moms too. It's like, if you have 3 girls, people want you to continue trying until you have a boy. It's like, no matter what, people feel like you need one of each. And it's just, to me, it's a really unfair assumption to make. And it puts so much pressure on the mom. Like, when we do have a 3rd baby, I already don't know if I will publicly share it until we know the gender. Because I know that when we get pregnant a 3rd time, there's gonna be so much pressure from people for it to be a girl. It like takes away from the excitement, you know? And so I'm already thinking, like, do I just wait to share it until we know for sure? Because then we could be like, hey, 3rd boy coming, or hey, girl come, you know? It's just like, I know people are just genuinely curious, and they don't think anything of it. But when I found out I was having a 2nd boy after Christian, I felt like I let everyone down, you know? Like I heard from so many people, oh, I hope it's a girl, I hope it's a girl. And then when you find out it's a boy, it's like, crap, are people not gonna love this baby the same way they would if it's a girl? And like, you feel like guilty, and that's just unfair on the mom, I think. So that's very long-winded, but that's my thought there. We will have a third. I would love to have a daughter, but if I don't, I'm okay with that. Like, that just means I wasn't meant to. But I can't act like it doesn't sting when people ask, because yes, I would love to have a daughter, and I don't know if I'll ever get to have one because we conceive naturally. And when I've said that in videos in the past, people are like, well, you can do X, Y, Z to conceive naturally the gender you want, gender selection. I know that's a thing to some people, but personally, I don't think I would ever pursue that, because we believe in like, you know, faith and fate, and I just feel like whatever's meant to happen will happen, and it's out of my hands at that point. Okay, so another question I get asked a lot is, what is my plan for work? So it's funny because whenever I ask a question, like if you guys have questions for me on Instagram, it's like you guys either ask about my job or people ask how it is being a stay-at-home mom. So to clarify, first of all, clarify, stay-at-home moms still work. Like, that is a tough ass job, as we have all seen through quarantine. But to clarify, I do also work a full-time job. YouTube is not my main job or my main source of income as of right now. However, if you didn't know, while I was on maternity leave, I lost my job. I was laid off, and I have returned back to work now, but I've been laid off with a date in the, I'm like swinging this around. I've been laid off with an end date in the future. So I returned from maternity leave, I'm working for a couple months, and then I'm done. How's he doing? So I returned from maternity leave, I'm working for a couple months, and then I'm done. And when I'm done, I'm not planning on looking for other jobs. That was a question I got, like, are you gonna look for other jobs? What's your plan? I'm not planning on looking for other jobs. I am getting a severance, losing my job, and so I am planning on just like using that to live off of. We also have savings, I also have this YouTube income, and so I'm just gonna like, you know, take a while to really try and do YouTube full time and pursue my own businesses and some exciting stuff we have in the works. And you know, I'm gonna take like a year away from corporate life, and if it works for us, great, then I won't go back, and this will be my first job, my real, or not real or first, but you know, this will be my full-time job. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll look for jobs in the spring or something like that. But that's my plan right now, is yes, to make this my full-time job, because up until now, and still for another couple months, it's not. We have some visitors here. Okay, so somebody asked why we don't see family very often. Is there a reason why you never really see your parents? Do you want to share?
Yeah, we live across the country from all of our family. We moved out to California a while ago, a long time ago, but we have no family here. We've got some family in Texas, some family in Ohio, some family in Idaho, some family... Iowa. That's how bad it is. Iowa, some family in Florida.
We're just all really spread out, and it's hard. I mean, people... for lack of a better phrase, people didn't come see us before the pandemic, and it's really hard for us to travel with 2 small kids. And before that, I had, you know, we had a baby and I was pregnant and stuff, and before that we had a baby, and it's just been like, we've traveled a lot actually up until I got pregnant with Arlo. Even like, we traveled a lot with Christian. But it gets tougher, and I think the last couple trips with Christian on a plane were really tough on us. And so going into 2020, we decided to take a break, and we were like, okay, you know what, we're having another baby, people can come visit us if they want to see us. And then the pandemic hit, and it's just prevented all of us from being able to travel. But prior to COVID, we would frequently take trips to go see people. But with all of us spread out so far, it's not that, I think some people think because we don't show family on like YouTube or on Instagram, they think like we're not close with our family. We're super close with our parents and with our family. We talk all the time, but just seeing them is difficult because we're across the country, you know. We actually, when COVID hit, I got into, not when COVID hit, but maybe like a month ago, I got into this desperation mode of trying to plan an RV trip across the country. And it's still kind of in my mind because I'm like, okay, I don't really want to take the kids flying right now or put us through airports right now, but maybe we could get an RV and then we could bring the dogs and we could do a cross-country trip and we could stop in Florida and we could stop in Texas and Iowa and Ohio and like go see everybody. And when we looked into it, the price was just crazy and it would be like so long on the road.
2 months on the road.
It just like would be so hard on the kids and us. So we're just sort of waiting it out, you know, we'll see. But it sucks. Like, nobody's met Arlo yet. Like, we don't know when his grandparents will meet him or, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not ideal, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But we use technology. They see their family all the time. Christian knows who all of his cousins are. He sees his cousins on video.
So that was another question I think we got was like, sorry to cut you off. That was another question I think we got was like, how do you keep in touch with family? So yeah, like you said, like Christian still knows who his grandma and grandpa are. He FaceTimes with my dad and stepmom. He has phone calls with my mom all the time where they like talk back and forth, and he calls her grandma and he knows how to say I love you to his family and he knows his cousins. Yeah, WhatsApp has been huge because we just send videos. Like we have a big group chat for my side of the family. We got a big group chat. And we send videos, like we say good morning to each other through video every single day, and yeah, we talk a lot. We use WhatsApp, and then there's an app called Marco Polo, if you guys haven't heard of it, that we used to use a lot, and we still use with my mom too. Yeah. And it's basically like Snapchat that lets you send videos and then they save too in an archive so you can go back and watch them. They don't disappear. It's almost like a text conversation where you see every single video before the next. Yeah. Like you see the timeline of it, but they're all videos. You can't send text, so you have to communicate with them, you have to send a video, which I think is cool because it forced, when we started using it, it forced our family to be more personal. Like instead of just sending a quick text of what's up, you have to send a video, which is really cool. You see their faces more, so. Yeah, so we use WhatsApp, we use Marco Polo, we use FaceTime, Zoom calls, texting. Like we're constantly talking to our family. It's just really hard to see them in person. But hopefully, maybe 2021. Oh, we got a lot of questions about like what help do we have? Do we have a nanny? Do we do daycare? Nope. It's called Tito's and red wine. That's the only help we have at the end of the day. No help, no daycare, no family nearby. So we're with the kids. Yeah, we're on our own. The minute they're awake. We tag team every single day, all day, as everybody else does right now. Not that we're not special in that, but no nanny, no daycare, no help in any way. But we're doing it. We just have gotten really good about like scheduling our days, communicating when we have meetings. We're getting better at it too. We're not like experts, but like we have to plan out every single step, every hour, everything in our day, just to make sure that somebody is on deck with the kids. So like if I'm in a meeting, he'll make sure his schedule's free. If he's in a meeting, I make sure my schedule's free, and we try and multitask a lot. And honestly, we end up like working in the night a lot. There's so many nights that we're up late working, or we get up early in the morning and we work, and it's tough, but we're doing it. We're all in this together. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Ooh. How's your bursted eardrum? Still sucks. I haven't gone to an ENT yet, so I should, but I haven't yet, so I still get headache from it and loud noises hurt, but no loss of hearing. No loss of hearing. I wish sometimes. Okay, so I kind of talked about this a little earlier, but I'd like to hear your opinion. Do you like the age gap Christian and Arlo have? Would you change it if you decide to have baby number 3? Well, the first part of that answer is I do like their age gap. I think it's awesome that they're that close, and I think they're going to be really fun to watch together because they're going to be close. So, and I have brothers who I'm close to in age, both 2 years older and 2 years younger. I think it's going to be awesome. In terms of doing it again, I would probably put a bigger gap in the future for our sake, because it's kind of crazy right now. A little bit bigger gap to give us some time to. But then like something I was saying was that I feel like if we brought, I can't imagine bringing a newborn baby home with the way Christian behaves right now. Like I feel like he was better behaved when we brought Arlo home, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? Who knows how it all would happen? I think the way he reacted then, the way he reacted now, I don't know how he would react right now to that situation for the first time, but right now he talks so much better.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we can communicate with Christian really well now, and even just 4 months ago, it was different. So, I don't know.
That's true.
But I love how close they are in age. I think they're going to be really, really fun siblings. And I think the next one being close to them in age would be cool.
They're already starting to like interact so much and like each other's company and stuff, which is cool. What do you think was the hardest part about transitioning to 2 kids?
I think the hardest part for us right now is that you don't get a break because sleep time is staggered. So like with Christian, he napped 2 times a day, or you know, at one point maybe 1 big nap a day, but you could count on a break, mentally, physically, whatever, for a little while. But unless you sync these guys up, which we haven't figured that out.
Sometimes they usually take like 1 afternoon nap at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit. But wouldn't you agree? I think that's like,
yeah,
you're never off. Yeah, you're always watching a little thing.
I think what I've noticed, at least tough that I didn't expect with having 2, is that they feed off each other emotionally in both positive and negative ways. So like, if, for example, if we're in the car and he's freaking out about the car seat, it will cause Christian to then cry because it either hurts his ears or he just wants some of the attention, or like it's just overwhelming him. Or if he just gets fussy at home, it like makes Christian fussy, or like, you know, they feed off of each other for like positive things too. Like they have fun and they play with each other, but they also feed off each other when they're feeling fussy, which can be overwhelming in the moment, because then you're like, oh my gosh, like how do I calm down these 2 kids? And for me, those are the most overwhelming moments, is like when Christian is throwing a 2-year-old tantrum and he's freaking out.
Yeah, and I would say too, me and Liv just talked just 3 days ago about how we're 4 months in, didn't think until just this week to like sit back and be like, wow, this is way harder than 1 kid. Like, and it's got so much good too. Like, it's way better than having 1 kid. It's just also way harder. But for us. But we didn't. Yeah, for our experience. But what we were saying the other day too is it's hard to tell. Like, we're gonna have to look back on this a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, and also think, was it that hard because of her job situation, my job situation, COVID. Like, there's so many things going on, and so
everybody's struggling.
Exactly, everyone's struggling. So how do we say 2 kids is harder when really there's like 4 other things that could be why I'm stressed right now? So,
and I think to clarify too, like, we are struggling. Like, I think I get a lot of questions all the time, like, how do you keep yourself together and you look like you do it all and stuff, and it's like, because that's what influencers or people on Instagram, people on YouTube, that's what they show, you know, like, and I try and show that balance with real life, but like, please do not get twisted. We are struggling too.
And it's not like Liv or us. We're not trying to be fake, but the thing is, like, this is a good opportunity for us to put on our happy face, which is like, that's fun. It's also therapeutic for us. We want a reason to put on a happy face.
And also, like, oh, wow, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Oh, you're good.
In the hard moments, it's like you want to show the hard moments and be real, but like, who also, when you have 2 freaking out kids and you're feeling defeated and exhausted and you haven't showered or brushed your teeth that day and you're just wiped, like, who wants to pick up a camera? And, you know, like, we're just trying to get through those moments.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I would probably be annoyed with you if you did do that. Like, in those moments, I want to just focus on the kids, get through it. I want to be there for our family. So that's why you don't see it, is because those are the moments that you want to focus on family first. But we have them, like, to Liv's point, we've never been tested and never been tried. Me personally, at least, I've never been this stressed in my whole life. Like, it's never been this bad, but I've also never been happier. I've never had so much good going on in my life. It's just like, I feel bipolar half the time, but it's just, I think everyone's doing it right now. So I was talking to someone professionally the other day, and we talked for like 15 minutes about personal life, and we said that one cool thing right now is that, like, there's things and people that we'll connect with and connect on that you would never have a commonality with that person otherwise, and like, we're all in this together. It really is true. So like, when I meet someone who's across the country, different age, different lifestyle than me, we're still going through this, the same coronavirus thing. So it's bonding in that way.
All right, let's see what other questions we got. Oh man, I'm wiping my hands on my new white shorts. Where's my phone?
Well, you're gonna return those.
No, they fit me.
Oh.
Don't you think?
They do. I'm just, you said you were gonna return them.
Okay. Next question. Do you ever feed Christian fast food?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Christian loves In-N-Out.
He knows In-N-Out from the highway.
He literally
knows where
does.
In-N-Out is.
We are not, I mean, we're not giving him fast food every day.
No,
and
it's
like,
rare.
We're not that, but he's definitely like...
I think since we've taken him to fast food ever, he's probably had it like 6 or 7 times, but it's enough times for him to like, he knows it. He knows what the palm trees and the colors of the building looks like.
Yeah, he knows, like we drive by In-N-Out and he goes, French fries! Yeah. And like we were on the highway the other day just going to Target or something, but there's an In-N-Out over there. We're on the highway like 3 exits away and he goes, French fries! Like the kiddo loves French fries, so yes, we have given him fast food.
Yep.
And will continue to because he eats it.
In moderation, yeah, in moderation. He eats at home for the most part, but it's, I mean, I want fast food sometimes too.
Oh, I don't know where it is, but somebody in here asked about our TV situation. And we talked about how we cut out TV and like how do we entertain him instead. So to give a little bit of background, we cut out TV in our household. We're working it back in now, but we took a detox, I think for like 22 days or something like that. Like we were on a TV detox for a while, at least like 3 weeks, and the reason why, not because we think anything's wrong with TV. Like
we love TV.
We love TV. Christian likes TV. He's learned a lot through it, but he just was becoming like so misbehaved. Like,
and he demanded TV.
So
it was
demanding,
an expectation.
So bossy. It was like he would come down in the morning. He wanted it immediately in the morning, and if we didn't give it to him, it was a problem. He didn't want to play with toys. He didn't want to go outside. He didn't want to read books. He would like get hitty, like throwing more tantrums. So we took it away, not because we think TV is bad, but because it was something that he was dependent on and that he was acting out if he didn't get it.
And it happened, so also more background, it happened really quickly. That's why we decided like, let's try to give this a break, because he didn't watch TV until COVID. And so from like
he
March,
just wasn't interested in TV.
He just never was. And he was younger, so he just didn't care, but he never had even watched TV until like March. So from March to, what is it, like early July? From March to July, he somehow got addicted to TV, like so hard. So we just wanted to give it a break, and
it's been really good. And I think now,
I think good for you and me too.
It's been really good for us. It forces us to play with him more, like candidly. I think when quarantine hit and we had a baby and we're going through all these adjustments, we use TV like as a babysitter, you know, and like a lot of people, and like sometimes you have to do that. Like no judgment for those that do, but it kind of backfired for us and his behavior. Yeah. And so now, you know, we talked about balancing our schedules, like just making sure one person is always available with him. Like we have to prioritize that. And if one of us has to cancel a meeting so that we can make sure somebody's with him and on deck with both kids, like we'll do that. But it forces us to, like, we've been reading so many more books, we've been going on more walks with him. He's been like, all of a sudden he's picked up an interest in his old toys that he wanted nothing to do with when he was watching Blippi all day long.
We go on way more walks.
I just said that.
Did you?
But we do. We go on more walks. We've been like trying out new parks.
He likes his old toys that he didn't used to use.
We've been like trying out new parks and new beaches and like doing new things as a family that we haven't been doing. We have him write letters to his cousins. Again, going back to that like family connection. Like him and his cousins love to send each other snail mail. So they will like actually write cards and letters to each other.
Mail
and send
stickers and stuff.
Mail stickers. It's the cutest thing. So
can you make us happy?
Yeah, thank you. So he'll do that. Or we have him read a lot, and he's been learning a lot and stuff. But now we're at the point where we're like, okay, I'm back at work. We kind of need the TV back a little bit. And also, like, I've gotten some good recommendations of educational shows for him, so I'm gonna try it out. We let him watch a tiny bit today. We let him watch a tiny bit the other day, but then he just started misbehaving, like getting really bossy again, so we turned it off. I think he's also coming through to a point where we can explain to him what TV is. We could never explain it before. He just was like, it all started with freaking Little Baby Bum. Like little baby bum, you'd put it on and it trances them.
His eyes glazed.
But now he talks so much. Now he's at a point where we can be like, okay, like we can explain it more to him and explain, like, I don't know.
I think too, what we're looking forward to doing is reintroducing it the way that we would have wanted to do it originally, which is like, let's have movie nights, or let's have his favorite show. Like, we were just putting on TV because TV appeased him.
We were like, hey, we got to get 3 hours of work done. Let's put on whatever we need to do.
And I think now we can do it more in like a family way, like do family movie nights or do shows that are educational and give them like a show or episode a week or something. I don't know. We haven't figured it out. It's not like we know, but I think what we're looking forward to is doing it differently. He's done good. What I've really liked is that, like, because we're reading books a lot more, we're reading the same books over and over again, and like before, I just read a book to him to be his entertainment. Now we're reading books together. He's starting to like pick up on stuff, and he loves like certain books. And I think that's what's fun, is that I'm seeing the stuff that maybe I wasn't putting the time into enough before, which is good.
All right, our battery is about to die. Arlo is like right behind me, in case you're wondering. We have both kids awake now. So last question. I told Jordan this is a good one. What is your biggest regret with raising Christian so far, and how will we change that with Arlo? You might not have any. No regrets.
No regrets. I think my only regret might be I escalate to what could be severe.
Don't say severe. Or
no, like what I mean is, like, I sometimes treat his little discrepancies as severe ones. So like I'm like more like I go to disciplinarian when maybe sometimes I just need to talk to him about his mood. Which is so funny, because I was gonna say mine is I have not been a disciplinarian enough. So he like doesn't listen to me. I don't think he, like, it's very much like dad comes in and he's the enforcer, and like he, you know, like I wish I would have been a little bit more of a disciplinarian with him earlier on, because now I'm trying to like get him to see me as a disciplinarian, whereas like he already views you as that. I think there's probably a good medium between you and me where we'll find it. We both want to get to that medium, but he definitely listens to her. It's just I'm more like, he's more scared of me. He knows I'm gonna put him in timeout, or I'm gonna like take his toy away or something. He's so tired because he was napping and the smoke alarm went off and woke him up. Poor kid. Cheers?
No.
What? Cheers.
I'm gonna cheers. Do you want cheers with Mom?
Cheers. Oh. Cheers.
Get some food.
Don't you want to be? Yeah. Come on.
Good job.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.